How do you do? It would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Surprise! And we're back. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. It is good to be back. I took off last week, and a lot has happened. Last night, I was sitting around thinking, what are we going to talk about on the show tomorrow? And I found a lot. So hopefully this will be a pretty entertaining, and enlightening and fun episode. How is everybody doing? Did you all do awesome metal shit while I was gone? I know some people went to Milwaukee Metal Fest. I was not there this year, unfortunately, but it looked awesome. Would love to hear stories about it. Maryland Death Fest starts, tomorrow? That will be sick. Shout out to everyone going to that. And pretty much festival season is pretty much upon us, I would say, or in a week or two. So who's traveling all over the world for what festivals and where? I am going to the Satan Fest in Iceland in 2 weeks, and that will be an epic video. And if anyone is there, feel free to say hi. Let's see what's going on in the chat. First one up here was Marco, came in early in the chat. Just watched Nick's video, RIP. Yeah, we're definitely going to go over Nik Nocturnal's video. If you have not heard, Nik Nocturnal has bid farewell to the content game, at least for now. I watched the video earlier, but I do want to go over it here with you guys and everything. Interesting times in the metal YouTube space, isn't it? First Finn fucked off. Nick exited far more gracefully than Finn McKenty. Tank the Tech is still out there, but still is busy with tours and Electric Callboy and stuff. So any of those audiences that start feeling lonely, feel free to migrate over to the savior of metal and let me entertain you all on the YouTube side. Sharon asks, hi all, what happened to you last week? Inquiring minds want to know. Trying to think of something funny. I got nothing. I just felt backed up on content. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. I have in my head, I always think that videos will be quicker to make than they end up being. So I often find myself backed up more than I want to be on getting regular content out. And sometimes if I have like a video that is big or I think is pretty big, that still needs a little bit of work, but then the live stream or something's coming up, I kind of feel bad inside about, as much as I like being on here and talking to you guys, I have that sense of like, this needs to get done. It's been taking too long. It's right there. So that's on me and my terrible time management that I need to try to improve. But that was it, really. I just felt backed up, stressed out, and wanted to get videos out and going. But I'm here now. Stormier says, hello, friends. Is a big sad that Nick is going away for a while. I like his content. Yeah. Definitely a shock, I think. I don't think there was much like to allude to it until this morning. Anakin's anger management therapist says, wait for it. Hey, Mr. Furry, can you shake your ass in a circle with maximum speed and velocity?
Boo this man!
I want to ban you. Kinky Sizemore, what's up, man? Says, having Mexican for lunch and listening to Wyatt before AC/DC tonight. That sounds like an awesome day. Kinky Sizemore is having a Mexican for lunch. He's taking those deportations too seriously, sir. Benjamin says, still recovering from post-festival depression for Milwaukee. Probably will be for a long while. That's how it goes. Yeah, it takes at least 10 days or so to get over a mild case of post-festival depression. But that shit can linger for a long time. I hope Milwaukee was great. Hang on. We got here. Max Power says, I'll be flying to San Fran June 2 to 6. Any chance Dark Insanity is playing around there that week? No, there is not, because I leave for Iceland on the 3rd, and San Francisco is far away and infected with zombies. But I hope you have a great time. Make sure to bring like a machete and some body armor. Tommy says, happy Wednesday all. Saw Emperor with Wayfair last week in Denver. Waited half of my life to see them. How was it? I've seen Emperor a couple times, so I didn't go to the one here. But they've blown me away the times I have seen them. That was probably amazing. Not too much like stage movement, but you're just mesmerized and blown away by their playing. Good news, everyone. Have no fear. Night Fox has made waffles. A lot of waffles. All right. Now keep going through comments before we get to some... Ronnie versus Tommy. We are 100% talking about that shit. I was following that live when it was happening on Ronnie Radke's Instagram stories. That is some hilarious viral shit that we got to go over because that was really funny. Nice profile picture, black metal nostril. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. Anyway, we have all types of people watch this channel. By the way, that reminds me, if you guys haven't heard, it was a really great song out by Kanye West the other week. I don't know if you guys have listened to it or not, but it's really catchy. It's also really fucking retarded. God damn. I was not expecting that. Time to crank the hog. Okay. All right. The shit's getting weird in here now. Let's get to some shit. Ellie, not so smelly. I was going to say this last week, but how bad is the whiskey damage? Yeah. People didn't hear a dump truck or a garbage truck crashed into the Whiskey A Go-Go the other week. I don't think it did much damage. It shook the building a bit. It canceled the show there. But a fact of the matter is it did not rock the whiskey as hard as Dark Insanity will on October 16th when we play with Carnivore. It hit me up for tickets if anyone is interested. How y'all like the new Yeast song? Jesus. If you haven't heard it, we definitely can't play it here. The best thing about it is the AI covers that are already online because those are hilarious. Yeah, it's retarded. Wyatt, we need to talk about suffocation. Yeah, it seems like some people enjoyed that video. That bizarre ass comment I got. I'm glad most people laughed at it because I had two weaklings who were rather upset and thought it was rude. And I was like, well, it would be if I was out like trying to straight up attack or dox the person, which I wasn't, but they had been an annoying pest for a minute. And it was funny. I thought we'd all laugh at it. Iceland, that's dope. Yep, it's called the Satan Festival. I think it's in only its second year, but I'll be there doing interviews, traveling around, watching bands. That's going to be an epic video. I can't wait. Anyone excited for the new Superman movie? Me personally, no. I'm not like mad and angry and like fuck this either. I just have zero interest. I didn't think the trailer was awful, but I'm not gonna see it even for free. I don't care. I never cared about Superman really that much, to be honest. Man of Steel was decent. You know, a trailer that came out this last week that took me by surprise because I thought it was just gonna be mindless garbage like the last several have been. And the trailer at least somewhat impressed me for the new Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, it might be total shit like the last several were, but it had a couple elements from the book that I really appreciated. And I felt like it had a decent vibe going on for being more spooky and serious than kind of how retarded Jurassic World has been. So that went from a definite no to, all right, I'll stream it for free sometime. Where are we at? First time camping at Tolminator Projector. You're going to have a great time. Their camping ground's great. Good place to wander around and just meet people and have fun because everyone there's just in such a good mood. Where are we at? Welcome to Rockville was okay. Hot. Yeah, I mean, all the hot outdoor festivals are definitely happening. We didn't get to cover last week's Sonic Temple. I guess there were some people complaining that is having parking issues and shit, and some people are saying, "Oh, it's Firefest." Apparently, it was fine. Besides just the normal issues you have of a big outdoor festival, people are just lame as shit now. We need to stop comparing everything to Firefest. There's like, oh, parking took an hour and cost $20. This is the Firefest of festivals. I'm like, no, it's not. Shut up. It's like how everyone calls everything Hitler now. It's the same. Everything's Firefest. I'm like, that is a very particular thing. Josh L says, if you're going to Maryland Death Fest, I'm the fat guy with the beard and long hair. You can't miss me. Probably wearing black t-shirt and drunk. He will stand out of the crowd. All right, where are we at? Hi, Wyatt. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to drink plenty of water and to stretch and exercise. Don't worry, I got water, everybody. Actually, we're not getting paid. Doesn't matter who it is. I got water. Don't worry. I kind of wanted Fire 2 to happen from afar. I think everyone was curious to see if it would. I kind of think that whole thing was a marketing strategy, a bad one from the beginning. Because now he's put the whole thing like up for sale. I don't think it's gonna. I find it highly unlikely he had any thought that that would actually happen. I don't think Superman, the character, looks good. He's not handsome. There you go. I didn't judge it on that way. I'm more of a Batman person. Yeah, me too. Yes. Controversial opinion, but I fucking loved Batfleck. Ben Affleck as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I thought it was sick. I don't care. Batman's rules, he doesn't kill people. I don't care. It was hilarious. Watching him blowing up people and just shooting people in the face is awesome. Why are we yelling? Polydactyl cats! Are we just going to reenact that whole video? Oh, cool. Night Fox says, I didn't get to mention it last week, but I was at the Disturbed concert where Draymond proposed to his girlfriend. Isn't that nice? You know, I'm actually thinking of starting a weekly series on here called This Week in Positive Metal News. And it would just be like short, probably 5 to 8 minute videos of topics that came up that wouldn't be enough for a major video, but are still positive things that make people feel good. And I was going to include that. And we got Trivium Saving Kittens. If you guys haven't seen that, we could play it here. Sick of It All Main Man now is cancer-free. So everyone says that YouTube and my channel is just negativity and talking shit. So why not once a week give everyone a little reason to smile? So that's cool. I'm going to put that in the video. Never cared much for either DC or Marvel other than Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I was a massive MCU fan up till Endgame. Actually, pretty much up till No Way Home. And then we know what happened. It went to dog shit. And I am no longer a fan of it. I've been thinking of going back and rewatching the good MCU films to see how I feel about it. But even then, I'm like, could do so many other things. It was a moment in time that was nice for the moment and has died. Do I think Doomsday will be good? It might be passable to watch on streaming. I'm done with movie theaters completely. There's nothing a movie could do to make me go back to a theater anymore. But we'll see. Final Destination Bloodlines. I just watched a review of that saying that it was fun, stupid, good time. I would check that out. During like Halloween time, I'll watch that. Is it bad I want to see She-Hulk again? Yes, it is. God, you're trying to do everything to not only get banned from this channel, but be deported. Everybody, 3, 2, 1.
Move this man!
No. She-Hulk is it? We'll get to the topics in a minute. Hang on. But She-Hulk is actually what made me start YouTube. Because my first channel was Film Rebel, which I've since tried to rebrand. And She-Hulk was so fucking bad. And I saw the propaganda. It was such dog shit that I was like, I need to make a video. This is insane. And that's how I got started on YouTube for a bit. So I guess you can thank She-Hulk for the savior of metal in a way, if you think about it. Her show is ass. She has potential. Her from the comics is great. If they did a straight up real adaptation, that would be awesome. Except for Cole. Cole disagrees, but hey. Where are we at? Superhero genre in total has kind of played out. They seem to be pushing into video game movies with Sonic and Minecraft. God help us. Yeah, they are aware the superhero phase is dead, just like Westerns and everything. And now they're leaning into video games, which... Has there been good ones? People said they liked Mario. I didn't see it. I saw the first Sonic, and I get people like it. It's just not for me. The whole time watching it, I was like, no. Minecraft, you couldn't pay me to watch that. But let's talk about a good show before we get to the real topics that everyone's interested in. Andor. All right, to be fair, you could probably skip the first 3 episodes of this season, but Andor season 2 was fan-fucking-tastic. It not only added weight and gravity to Rogue One, it added weight and gravity to A New Hope, which is fucking impossible, especially coming from Disney. I know people are probably unsubscribing right now, but you're wrong! Credit where it's due. That 8th episode was great. It really made me want to see an extended edition of, or a DLC of A New Hope, of that side of it when the Death Star was destroyed, how that really affected everything. Because we all know in A New Hope it's epic, but it is just like a bam and a cool thing. But I feel like in that sense, it would make it way more intense and groundbreaking. So Disney cannot redeem itself ever, in my opinion. I didn't say they redeemed themselves. I said this show is great. They're still trash. They still deserve all the shit they get for what they did to the sequels. But Andor is absolutely worth watching. Hope Disney learned from the Snow White dog shit of a movie, and they won't be forcing woke and political correct bullshit so much. That was kind of like the final anchor, I think, because that was the ultimate, final boss of Disney failing in so many ways. So we'll see, but... Whoa! Sharon points out an interesting thing. There are 84 people watching this stream, and we only have 5 likes. What is going on here? That is uncalled for. Do me a big favor, everybody. Like this stream. It does help us out in the algorithm. It's not just me wanting to see how cool I am. Help support the channel by taking a second to just click there. It does a lot for everybody. Ellie, not so smelly, wants to see Terry Crews as Snow White. I would watch that film. In that film, I think the person playing the dwarves should be Andre the Giant. Now, where are we? Where are we at? Saw Emperor in LA. Agalosh was amazing. Nice. But which topic should we get to first? Let's go to the fun one. If we're talking about Disney, somehow Lambesis has returned. Where's That's right, everyone. Friend of the channel, Tiny Tim, wife-beating Lambesis, king of gaslighting. has announced that As I Lay Dying is going on tour.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it! You won't.
Tim Lambesis plots As I Lay Dying revival under new management. I heard about the tour first. I didn't know they found a new management. But so obviously it's strongly hinted that there's a new lineup. Tim Lambesis, frontman and currently the sole member of As I Lay Dying, appears to be attempting to revive the band once again, now under new management, because that was the problem the whole time. Lambesis has remained a controversial figure in the scene over the past decade, most infamously... I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. Most infamously for serving prison time after attempting to hire a hitman to murder his then wife, with whom he shares 2 children. Other controversies of him being a raging douche. If you watch this channel, you're probably well aware of it. I can't fucking talk today. Jesus Christ. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Where's the new management part? He recently signed with FM Music Management, whose roster includes bands like Testament and Exodus. Interesting. While there's no word yet on who will join the latest iteration, anyway, they did announce a tour. Can you guys see this? All right. Yeah. Commercials, ads. Where are we at? Get your crap out of my face. As I Lay Dying announced an evening with tour for Shadows Are Security. What an interesting title, given the context now of everything we know. At the time, that was viewed as like, oh, I feel like safe in my lonesome to face my demons. It actually meant that Tim feels safe beating on bitches in secret. Right? We did talk about it, but you were blackout drunk. It was highly unprofessional. Tim? So? What does that have to do with anything? Jesus, he tried to kill the mother of his 2 children. Correct. And people were like, nah, he's better now. I'm only controversial because everyone keeps lying about me! Suffocation! Time for it to get canned instantly. We'll see. Hey, Wyatt, what has Tim been up to lately? You're finding out right now. He's going on a tour for Europe. How in the fuck is As I Lay Dying still around? Holy shit, they don't stop. Yeah. I said before, and I'll say it again. If As I Lay Dying is announcing a tour, that means that there's some session members or people who have joined, other members besides Tim, and all of those people are fucking idiots. I have no problem saying that. I get you're doing it for money and for recognition, but nah. Unless you're doing like an expose, like you're going deep undercover and you're going to pull some, like, I don't know, Project Veritas type of shit. You can keep him. We don't want him. Exactly. We're good. Congratulating Tim on a great performance is encouraged, but you cannot say that he killed it. He attempted to kill it, but failed. So, he's like a cockroach. He'll survive a nuclear apocalypse. Pretty much. All right, so where is this? It was announced that Tim Lambesis, plotting a revival of the band, signing with FM Music Management, today announced a European tour celebrating Shadows Are Security. This tour kicks off this October in Russia. Sharon brought up a point. Maybe he'll get fucking arrested there. You don't think Russia really has a problem with domestic violence, but they tend to have problems with plenty of other things. So shit. Fingers crossed. That could start some bridge building. Here, let's work on, okay. We got to work on ending the Russia-Ukraine conflict. So Putin start pulling back the troops. And for that, we'll give you Tim Lambesis. You can do whatever you want. I think that's fair. Notably, in the band's official Instagram post announcing the tour, the comments have been turned off. No way. This is going to be like the Threaten tour, where it's just going to be no one fucking there. He's going to have robots on stage. That would be great. Still no word on who it is, but they're going to Moscow. A lot of places in Russia, actually. Russia was like, you can't play anywhere because of hitting women. We'll give you a bunch of shows. So who's excited? Anyone planning on hitting up this tour? In Russia, As Lay Dying tour hit up you. That was stupid. I like the ads. That's pretty perfect for talking about this. By the way, is anyone interested in this movie, Ballerina? Because, like, I don't think it's going to be dog shit, but I already lost interest at John Wick 4, and it was already like, okay, he's kind of old and barely moving now, and now we have, 4'1", 70-pound woman fighting John Wick. It just seems a little weird. I'm all for bad bitches shooting people, but I don't know. Dude, they wouldn't sell out an elementary school gym. Fucking piece of shit. Lamphesis. Billy McFarlane in the chat says, still taking bookings. Where are we at? Riva says, think that management is Chuck from Testament. How we talk him into that? No idea. Don't know anything about that management, so that's a little weird. Who's betting on them fighting mid-tour and someone quitting? I mean, I hope that it's just fighting on stage, because that would be more entertaining for everyone. Yeah, watch them not even get through the full tour. Let's see. Kinky Sizemore says, I'm looking forward to Ballerina. John Wick anything, and I'm there. We'll see if it turns out to be bad, but everything thus far has been great. Side note, really quick on that subject. John Wick 4, I was part of a test audience that got to see the movie about a year early. And when it wasn't finished, like there were still some green screens and you could see like the strings on them and shit. So for a fucking year, I had to sit on the ending of John Wick 4 without telling anybody. That was ridiculous. There were so many times where I'm like, ah! So yeah, that was difficult for me. Tim says it's not murder if I don't get caught. Well, there you go. Oh, interesting question. Callum Nichols says, was there ever a time when you were interested in the post-metal genre and the bands in said genre, like Neurosis and Emra? Personally, no. It's not my thing. It's not something that I like hate on or trash talk, really, but it just not for me. I've heard those bands. I've given all those bands a shot, but I am too fast and erratic for that type of music. But that's not to diss anyone who likes it. Now, anyway, yeah, Tiny Tim is back. That will be interesting. We'll see how it goes. All the bad luck wishes to him. Russia, if you're listening, you can keep him. TR says, Tim Lambesis has tried to murder his wife, his band, reputation, and career. Now he attempts to down the Kremlin. He won't make it past customs. Maybe. I mean, with his arrest record, like, I don't know how that works. Yeah, I don't know. They might deport him. I don't know. Are you a fan of the musical styling of Unearth? So Unearth is an interesting one because they are not a band that I listen to like on my own. I don't think I've ever listened to one of their albums all the way through or anything, but I've seen them several times at concerts opening for other bands that I've wanted to see, and every single time they've really impressed me and I thought they totally killed it. Their live shows are super fun. And if I see they're on a lineup, I'm like, "Oh, sweet, that's going to be cool." So, if anything, that's on me for not really sitting down with the music. But I saw them one time fucking at the Fillmore in San Francisco, and the guitarist got off stage and went and stood up on the bar, and we're playing over there. That band is super fun, so they cool. Tiny Tim needs to go on hiatus or better off just quit. How do we got Tim coming back and Nick leaving in the same day? What the hell is going on here? We're going into the dumb timeline. Wyatt, ever a fan of Turbo Negro? Hell yes, I was. Still am. I only got to see them with the new guy, never with Hank, the old school one. But yeah, great band. Awesome. Super. I like the new stuff, actually. It might not be as classic and wild, but I liked it. Callum brought up something that we definitely are talking about because I love this band as well. Where'd it go? Sick of It All's Lou is officially cancer-free right now. Sick of It All is a hardcore band. They were actually the first hardcore band that I ever got into. I was listening to some metal channel, and they popped up, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Love this band. One of my favorite live bands. And yeah, for a while now, singer Lou is battling cancer, and he's made it. Vocalist Lou of New York hardcore legend Sick of It All, who recently underwent chemotherapy after being diagnosed with an asparagal tumor. Is that how you say it? Stomach tumor. Oh, if he's got a video, let's just watch that and not read your crap. Ads. All right.
Hey everybody, what's up? Got some good news for everyone. I got my test results back, the scan results, I mean, and turns out it looks like there's nothing left, no more cancer. So I'm officially cancer-free right now. Thank God for that. And thank you all for your positive vibes, your prayers, all your well wishes. Thank you so much for all your support. And I'm really happy about this. Now I can get on to trying to get myself back to normal instead of this chicken neck and all this stuff. And thank you. That's all I can say. I'm really happy. I still have to go for a new scan every 6 months for the next couple years to make sure it's still out of me. But as of now, I'm cancer free. Thank you, everybody, so much.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Lou. That's fucking awesome. Check out Sick of It All. They're one of those hardcore bands that's on metal festivals and shows and people don't mind because they're so heavy and awesome. Very good news. Where are we at? Everybody woo this man. Still need to find some edit of that. Sick of It All is old school as fuck. Oh yeah. Old school hardcore. They were on the soundtrack for GTA 4 Lost and Damned. Sick of It All and Agnostic Front are perfect for those who want to get into hardcore. Yep. I'd add Madball to the list too, but totally. Sick of It All has been around since 1986. That's unheard of for a New York hardcore band, right? Still killing it. I've seen them play at like small bars in San Francisco and at Vakken and everywhere in between. They took Korn on their first tour. That's right. I forgot about that. Sick of It All is now Sick No More. Hell yeah. Yeah, Ellie, same. Found out about them in GTA 4. Correct. I saw them with Hank at Bam Margera's house. I also saw Slayer in his backyard. Wait, you mean you were at Bam's house? That's cool. That's crazy. Where are we at? Anyway, yeah, great news for him. Says, yes, sir. You saw Slayer in Bam Margera's backyard. That's fucking awesome. That is really cool. I'm jealous of that. Ronnie versus Tommy. Are we jumping into that subject next? Some internet gossip and drama? Because we don't talk about actual music here or the scene or anything. We're just YouTube gossip. Welcome to TMZ. 91 live viewers. More people are joining Godzilla's side against Canada. Yes, the army grows. As you know, there's a lot of fluctuation in the market right now. So the Godzilla project is still being worked on, but slowly. And that's going to be my excuse every single time. Funny side note, ever since, Trump and everything, I had a couple people say like, hey, at first the Godzilla in Canada thing was funny, but now like it's a little weird with how your Nazi president talks and everything, so maybe you should cut it out. And I was like, well, I started it because it was funny. I literally just was like, what country would be funny to destroy for no reason at all that wouldn't come off as racist or any type of problem? I was like, Canada, why not? And because of that, it will stay. I'm not deleting that shit. Fuck off. The savior of dope metal. Oh, yeah. It happens on a daily basis. But give this video a thumbs up, you lazy bastard. Sizzle Kitten. No. Canadian here. Still very funny to me. Thank you. And at 70,000 tons of metal, I met lots of Canadians who told me specifically that they love that joke and find it's really funny. I had, what was it? I was in one of the bars on 70K, and this father and son walked up to me and said that they like the channel and everything. And they go, we're Canadian. Please don't send Godzilla to kill us. It was really funny. My favorite running joke of the channel. Hell yeah. Oh my god. That will be the joke of the episode today, everybody. God damn, that was funny. The first time I heard that Canada joke, I literally spit out my water. That's awesome. Yeah, I thought it was, most intros are boring. And I thought it would be a way to catch people off guard. Oh, God. That was funny as shit. Now, where are we at? Let's go to the drama. Where do we start with this? Let me give context before we jump into one of these fucking articles. So, very entertaining, popular figure in the rock metal, new metal world, whatever you want to call it. Ronnie Radke. A lot of people hate that guy. A lot of people love him. I think he's quite funny. Finds himself at the center of a lot of controversies, usually starting it. This one didn't. This one did seem to come completely out of nowhere. And I got the luck of watching it unfold live. Now, pause for dramatic effect. How do we put this? So, the Tommy Lee. Everyone knows who Tommy Lee is. Drummer for Motley Crue. Arguably the only remaining talented member of the band in any way. His wife, who is 30 years younger than him and is, for lack of a better word, an insta-ho. She got famous on Vine, and now she is an insta-ho who's married to an old rock star. She got catfished by a fake Ronnie Radke on, what was it, Snapchat? And this was revealed because she went to one of Ronnie Radke's old houses and then messaged him, and he was like, "The fuck are you doing?" And then he leaked all of these in his stories because, he's not a quiet person at all. And fucking, are you talking about Brittany from Vine? Yes, that is who I'm talking about. And I'm gonna say right away, every situation I try to look at every possible angle. So when this came out, I was thinking like, maybe there's a chance that Ronnie's like faked this for some stupid like publicity thing. I didn't think like that was a strong possibility, but I look into everything. But as it kept going, no. And then what officially showed it was true was her. Let me just pull up an article for fuck's sake. This one I didn't read yet, but it looks juicy. Hang on. Fuck, give me a second. My window open, and when the garbage truck goes by, it's super loud. Where we at? Fuck, where'd my page go? I'm completely lost. Shit. Oh, wait, there it is. Ronnie Radke says he called FBI about catfishing drama involving Tommy Lee's wife, Brittany Ferland. I was not aware of this update yet. Let's just read it. Ronnie Radke says he called the FBI in to deal with the catfishing drama involving himself, Tommy Lee, and Lee's estranged wife, Brittany. No one knew they were estranged until Brittany put out some thing saying that because of Tommy Lee's drinking, and then all this happened. Amid the revelation that the couple are living apart, allegedly as a result of Motley Crue drummer's drinking, Ferland accused Falling in Reverse singer Radke of having contacted her on Snapchat. Radke previously denied the suggestion in a new interview with TMZ and said he was determined to see his name cleared. "I'm kind of flabbergasted," he said of the situation. "There's multiple other girls as well who are involved in the same Snapchat, and I just don't want people getting tricked and duped." And he did show that. He did show him getting messages from other girls of this like fake person. It was a fucking Snapchat account that was like Ronnie Radke.1 that had like 2 followers, 2 posts, and didn't talk in any way like he does. And so the FBI are now involved, and it's a felony. It's a crime, so it's pretty serious, I guess. Ronnie called 877 Cash Now, and they are on the case. They were like, what? A distraction from Epstein? Well, good on that. Anyway, asked if he'd been a victim of fake social media accounts before, he said, all right, I don't care. Let's get to the juicy, fun stuff. Because there was... Where's one of Ronnie's videos on it? We'll just do that. What? I thought I closed the stream. I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if this was like the one time Tommy Lee decided, all right, I'm done. I want to settle down. I'm not going to fuck around. I just want someone good and honest now. And then this happened. Which is what you get for being in that situation in the first place. This is freaking hilarious. This is 100% real, I assure you. I followed it the whole way. Out of anyone, why Ronnie of all people to pretend to be? Vine ruled. I mean, he recently broke up with Sarah, so however I know you're talking about. I'm just dumb. Who is super hot, by the way. The big question here is, how does someone who got famous off of Vine and social media fall for an obvious catfish? Let's get to her video, because when I saw her video, that made me go, yeah, this is 100% true. She's totally full of shit. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Well, tell me what you guys think, but it came off to me immediately like she was trying to cover her ass for getting exposed and embarrassed to the world. She addressed claims, blah, blah, blah. It's stuff we already read. Tommy Lee posted who's been catfished on his Instagram. Instagram drama was fun. Ronnie had posted, you've been in a fake relationship with a catfish posing as me, and that's why you and Tommy Lee are getting divorced, Brittany. I think that's kind of what made it like pretty public. Brittany had posted pictures of Ronnie's exes, or at least one of them, for some reason. This is a pretty good follow-up, actually, of what all was going on. Then her last DM, she told me she was sitting outside my house like a weirdo. Because I guess that she would respond to Ronnie's post on Instagram, and he never did. According to him, he never responded to any of them. Weird message saying, I'm here, question mark. With no response in the chat at all. That is kind of creepy. The next post Radke shared featuring a transcription of a voice note that he received from Furlon on Instagram, telling him that she'd been receiving videos from someone on Snapchat that said they were him. Last night, they had me drive out to your fucking old house in Hawthorne to meet up, and I don't know if this is just some joke and you and your girl were like laughing at it or whatever, and like, dude, I'm not trying to start shit. I'm not that kind of person, Furlan said in the message. I saw this message from Ronnie's DMs. She then stated that Lee confronted her, and she admitted that she was talking to someone on Snapchat that she thought was Radke. She didn't understand how the person could be a catfish since they sent videos to her claiming to be Radke. According to Furlon, Lee asked who she thought she was talking to, so she came clean and told him. We got to get that part in the video because it was so funny. All right, this is it. So, yeah. Ronnie Radke posted this DM he got from Brittany, and this is what exposed everything. This was the first message from him where he was, or that he got to let him know, like, what? So she sent something in voice chat and then said, I'm just going to send you a voice note because you're saying it's not you on Snapchat the day I had a podcast. I said I have to go to a podcast, and I guess this catfish, but I don't know how it could be a catfish videos me back. Bitch, you need to learn grammar. Jesus Christ. Have you ever heard of period? In the mirror and zooms in like you do and said they had a good podcast, babe. And then last night had, this is like that fucking deranged comment that I got. And said, have a good podcast, babe. And then last night had me drive out to your fucking old house in Hawthorne to meet up. And I don't know if this was just like some joke and you and your girl were like laughing at it or whatever. And like, dude, I'm not trying to start shit. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not trying to start shit. I'm not that kind of person. I just showed up to your house for an affair. I didn't even mean to start shit, but I came home last night and my husband was like, what's fucking going on? And I'm just an honest person. So I just came clean and I was like, I've been talking to this person on Snapchat and I don't know how it's not you, but if you're saying it's not you, that doesn't make any sense to me because I don't know how someone could film themselves in a video and go, have a good podcast, babe. Never heard of AI. When I was going to a podcast, and I get it, you got a girl, and in the beginning, when we started messaging saying, like, don't snitch, I'm an honest person. Whatever, and I didn't even fucking snitch. And I was just like, I was supposed to go meet up with somebody. And and I was crying and I felt bad and like we've been going through it and dude, like I'm not even trying to fucking start drama for you. And then he was like, who was it? And then I fucking told him and this just turned into this and I just told him to just leave you to it or just leave you to leave it alone. But of course, like he's not, and I'm sorry for anything that he said to you. I'm just really hurt. And I don't know how this wasn't you because of the personal messages. I guess it is what it is. I need a minute to catch my fucking breath. Hang on. Okay. Might be a voice note transcription, so that's why it's written so terribly. What's up, Varg Radke? Man, metal has become a big pee contest on the internet. In some ways, that's how it gets publicity, Why would anyone want to be with a guy who doesn't have multiple polydactyl cats named after deities from Morbid Angel songs? Asking the important questions right here. Oh, by the way, I apologize for any brain damage, seizures, and illnesses that you all might catch from this story. Imagine Ronnie's perspective of just getting this out of nowhere, having no idea what's going on. Oh yeah, this was fun. So Tommy Lee messaged Ronnie on Snapchat, said something. Ronnie said, bro, what? Tommy Lee says, Brittany, don't fuck with me, dude. Ronnie says, you are fucking with me. I never once communicated with your wife. Hold on, let me check. Tommy says, what the fuck are you talking about on Snapchat? You guys are supposed to have us some fucking blank as dinner date last night. Bro, I don't have Snapchat. I like you, bro. I wouldn't mess with your wife. That's funny because she says you're lying. I just checked my DMs. Doesn't this sound like some high school kids being idiots? These are well-known famous rock stars. Anyway, Brittany shared her side of the story, and it made it a lot worse. I'm trying to find it. Okay, there she is. Wait. TikTok is weird. Hang on. So she said, I've had enough. He's been harassing me for 2 weeks. As you went to his house and sent him all that. Tommy Lee laying down the law. Don't fuck with the Lee. Anyway. Come on, fuck around with an original member of Motley Crue. So I'm going to play her story. I want you to guys give your opinions with all the context that I've given you. What? Fuck, shit. What happened? Damn it. Let me refresh the page and see if that helps. Because I don't have TikTok. So I have to find ways to make their videos work. Almost there.
So I've been going through a lot in my marriage, which was none of anyone's business.
Can you guys hear this?
Man decided to make it everyone's business. He thinks I'm obsessed with him. But I have my own receipts, which I am going to provide for you right now. On April 2nd, I messaged.
Let me know if you guys can even hear it, because it's kind of quiet. But
my friend Danny a voice note saying that I saw one of Ronnie's videos and I thought it was funny how he roasts people. And he said, I'm going to invite him to one of your comedy shows. And I said, no, he'll roast me. He probably hates me. He'll go on TikTok and make a docu-series about how much I suck. Well,
yeah,
here we are now, aren't we? Someone who's obsessed with somebody, why would they say no to them coming to see them? First thing. Then Danny invites him to a show anyway, even though I asked him not to. And he goes, and Ronnie goes, LOL, I only roast people that talk shit to me. And he said, let's go see some comedy. Then Ronnie says, what day? I'm tracking vocals, getting tattooed. Then Ronnie hits Danny up April 11th. Ronnie asked me when, he says he, but he meant me, you're performing next. And my friend Danny was in Austin. Like, oh, I'm the stalker, but you're asking when I'm performing next? Bro. Then.
So she said that her friend hit up someone else who knew Ronnie about one of her shows. And then later on, Ronnie was like, oh yeah, when are we doing that? Apparently that's stalker behavior.
Then on April 24th, I go to MGK's birthday party because he's a good friend and I really like him and he's actually a nice guy. After I go to that birthday party, the next day on the 25th, Ronnie posts this on his page.
Yes, it's her.
Literally the next day, I wear it better. And if you look up, him and MGK have notorious beef because he said MGK copied him with his blackout tattoo because
I thought they were friends.
Everyone's obsessed with Ronnie. Now, mind you, I will be honest and say I thought he was funny. I've liked a couple of his posts. I've responded to a couple of his posts on Instagram. Nothing inappropriate. I've said, haha, whatever, here or there, that's funny or whatever. But things do get more fucked up. So just wait. On April 28th, this account messages me on Snapchat. I don't see it for 2 days. It was my friend Brittany's birthday. We were having a birthday
Seems legit. I don't know about you guys.
party for her, and it said, "Bring me a piece of cake, MF, motherfucker," right? And when they first messaged me, this video where it's like, "Show me your tits," was the only video there. And then the next one that came was the other one that this is posted. He has said this is not him. Okay. Then they were sending me video zoom-ins going, I was like, there's no way it's really you. Video zoom in, yeah, it's me. One thing leads to another. This is the bad part. Obviously I'm in a hotel right now. I've been going through a really tough time in my marriage, which was none of anyone's fucking business, but he's made it everyone's business. And this person started trying to seduce me and be like, you're so much hotter than my girlfriend. Like he's like, you're my dream girl. He's like, we can have a secret thing as long as you don't snitch. Why would a catfish worry about me snitching? But okay. And then also the day that I had a podcast, sent me a zoom in video going, have a good podcast, babe. I mean, there were so many things that I've showed my friend Brittany, but conveniently Snapchat deletes after 24 hours. I did not save things because I didn't want to be shady. And I'm in a vulnerable place. And so, yeah, but he says this isn't him.
She just said she didn't want to be shady while she was admitting to trying to have an affair.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, like, I don't fucking care. It's a catfish. Cool. I got catfish. Why are you still harassing me? Why are you sending me hundreds of messages? Why are you trolling me? I don't give a fuck. I unfollowed you. Leave me alone. That's it. Okay, part 2. He tells, so basically,
the balls to show up to your house and then tell you to leave her alone.
I told my husband everything. I said, I've been talking to whoever I thought this was on Snapchat. He says it's not him. Cool, whatever. Because I'm a good person. I mean, I'm not a good person for talking.
I told my husband who I was trying to cheat on him with because I'm a good person.
To someone while I'm married. I've been going through a lot in my marriage. No excuse, whatever. I come clean to my husband. My husband freaks out, messages him. That's how this all started. And this is where he says, I didn't even know she followed me on here. Never messaged, never spoke to her. Doesn't know I followed him on here, but then sends me a message saying, we've been keeping a record of you liking my stuff for weeks. Bro, go to John 5's profile, Danny Loner, any of my husband's friends. I like all their shit. I like all my friends' shit because I'm supportive. I message fucking everybody. I'm in everybody's DMs all the time. Girls, guys, whatever. I love people. You're not special. Like, I'm sorry.
She's already admitted to trying to hook up with him and thought they had a relationship. And then all of a sudden she's like, bro, you're not special. No one cares.
Break it to you. You're not fucking special. Here's him saying, so this is, I just want to prove the inconsistency.
We'll be right back.
Here. I never knew she followed me on here. And then sends me a message saying, we've been keeping track of you following me for weeks. And we've been talking shit about you to Manson's wife and Jonathan Davis's wife. Bro, I don't care. I don't give a actual fuck.
And I never made a video, and I was never in a fucking video. Don't you fucking dare bring my name into this. You're a fucking liar. You're stalking me. And we have weeks and weeks of, me and my girlfriend have been talking about this for weeks. I've been showing her you messaging me for weeks. We've been talking about this for weeks. We've been talking about it to Jonathan Davis's wife, to Marilyn Manson's wife for weeks. They all know about this, that you've been liking all my shirtless pictures, that you've been fucking stalking me at the med spa.
Okay, and the last thing
I thought this behavior stopped after fucking 12th grade, man. Jesus Christ.
I want to address is that he said I
Everyone in this situation is over 40.
Stalked him at a med spa that I've been going to for probably almost a year now. And
I don't know. She might be like close, but I don't know.
Stopped in there one day on the way to my podcast to pick up some lotion that my injector had set aside for me. And I wanted to talk to her about it because I have wrinkles on my neck. Okay. I'm getting older, whatever. He walks out. That's the last fucking person I would ever expect to be getting. I don't know what he gets. Injections, Botox, whatever. That's the last fucking person I would ever expect to be there. But I'm stalking you. What? I would never even think to ask anybody about about you getting injections. Like, how does that make any sense to anyone?
Don't turn a groupie into a
And
housewife.
since this whole thing has happened, he's messaged me 400,000 times. Like, doth protest too much, bro. I don't give a fuck. Leave me alone. You've blown up my whole life on social media. This is embarrassing for me, embarrassing for my husband. This whole fucking thing is embarrassing.
This is
I've been
embarrassing for
struggling
me, embarrassing
with
for my
shit at
husband.
home. I'm in
That you got caught. It's not like Ronnie did something that's embarrassing you guys for no reason at all. She's like, bro, stop exposing me. It's really embarrassing.
a fucking hotel. Like, leave us fucking alone, bro. Like, if you want people to be obsessed with you, like, I don't know, get another fucking hobby, dude. This is just some serious narcissist shit.
I mean, that goes for both of
I'm
them.
done. Anyone can think of it what they will. All good.
Yep, so that is the situation there. I apologize for the brain cancer that you all received. I will not pay for your treatments. Yeah, a Instagram social media star got catfished by an obviously fake profile. I feel like if a rock star, a big famous rock star, is trying to cheat, their secret account wouldn't be called their name.1 and written in totally different ways. She ain't got the muscles to role play Red. Yeah, no, hell no. Not even close. Red would sit on her and crush her skull. How much of a chance do I have to catfish her as Tim Lambesis? Probably pretty well. Not gonna lie. Yeah, damn. What is there to say about that? Be careful of crazy people, no matter what gender. I've watched plenty of police videos of men and women being awful. Deep fakes are horrible and should be banned completely, I think. That shit is terrifying because aside from all of that, someone was making deep fake videos pretending to be Ronnie and like talking and stuff. And that whole technology is creepy as shit and I don't like it. We need to ban that. Where is it? South Korea has laws against deep fake, and that's based as fuck, and we should do that here. Yes, very sad. Anyway, we can go to some more fun, entertaining stuff now. I mean, I thought that was fun. I had a great time going over that. Be careful out there, folks. Don't end up in teenager high school drama when you're in your 40s and in a famous band. I'm going to have to go back to first grade Billy Madison style after that, pretty much. So, yeah. What do we got? AI needs to be banned ASAP from art to video. It's going to cause all kinds of shit. I think it's pretty impossible to ban it completely, but if for like illegal counterfeit stuff like that, I think that is a big problem. In terms of comedy, I welcome it. A lot of my favorite songs this year have been AI covers of stuff. Oh, shit. Someone just came in here, dropping their big dick on the table. We've got Bigot King Hypnotic gifting 20 Wyatt's Metal memberships. Thank you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Hypno. Everybody check out his channel for fun culture video game topics. I'm on there sometimes on Saturdays talking a bunch of shit. It's a great time. Yeah, what's up, man? We just got done talking about some crazy, stupid drama. What is next? They just put into law that outlawed deepfake porn in the U.S. Did they? I didn't hear about that. If they did, fuck yes. I support that. Sugar daddy time. There's more stuff to talk about. We got a couple. Let's do... a couple on here. I did not get to talk about it last week. Someone else just mentioned it in the chat, so why not? Let's get it out of the way. Fun, quick little Political clickbait to piss people off. If you guys didn't hear about this story last week sometime, I believe, the band Lord Buffalo, who I have no idea who that is, judging by the looks of them, I don't think they're particularly heavy. But Lord Buffalo drummer detained by Customs and Border Patrol allegedly due to violating a restraining order. It's reported that Lord Buffalo drummer's detainment was not due to his immigration status. So when this story came out, the band was on a plane in Austin, Texas, heading to their European tour. And before that plane took off, customs agents came on and arrested and removed the drummer. And at the time, the band posted saying that our drummer, who's a Mexican citizen but has a work visa or something for the U.S., was just taken and detained, and we don't know what's up. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, deportation, racist. They're trying to get rid of all of the non-whites." And then it turned out that, as we'll get to in this article, he was arrested for violating a restraining order multiple times, which is a felony in Texas, and he is at a county jail that has absolutely nothing to do with border deportations. So, interesting story. It was reported Lord Buffalo drummer Yamil said was detained in the U.S. when the band were on their way to Europe to start their leg. Yeah, they canceled the tour, obviously, because of this, which does suck. That's a crazy last-minute tour cancellation. The original statement was, "We are heartbroken to announce that we have to cancel our upcoming European tour. Our drummer, who is a Mexican citizen and lawful permanent resident of the United States, green card holder, was forcibly removed from our flight to Europe by Customs and Border Patrol at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. He has not been released. We have been unable to contact him." Since May 12th, various updates have been offered by the band. Said has been located and has been in touch with proper legal representation, but the reason for his detainment is apparently not due to his immigration status or the fact that he is a Mexican citizen with a U.S. green card. It's reportedly due to the fact that there was an active warrant for said's arrest. So crush that stupid shit. Yeah, because there were floods of comment sections being like, "I hate America. This is awful." And like, this has nothing to do with what you're talking about. But something I did find interesting was the reason why he has a restraining order, which was mentioned in here. A Texas news outlet reported that online records indicate that said had been arrested for violating a restraining order at least twice in the past year. Considered a felony in Texas, he was arrested, which I've seen plenty of videos of people being arrested on planes. But now, body cam footage was obtained, which shows said being questioned about the violations to the restraining order. Said himself acknowledged that he had sent his daughter birthday and Christmas packages, and that may be the reason he is viewed as seen as violating his restraining order, and therefore the subsequent warrant for his arrest. God damn, that's a hell of a reason to get arrested and have your tour canceled. Clearly, I have no context. I don't know if this guy did something horrible, and that's why there's a restraining order in the first place, or what. But just to read that with no context, arrested for sending his daughter birthday and Christmas packages, like, ugh. Damn. But again, I don't know. Maybe he is a complete shithead, and because no idea. You should have seen the mass sympathy for them despite the fact he had an arrest warrant because Orange Man bad. Oh yeah, if you look in the comment sections of Metal Sucks or anywhere, it's just going to be flooded with people who can't read. He claimed he got detained by ICE, but ended up getting detained by Slush. Is that the name of it? Or was that a joke? I can't tell. Lord Buffalo's kind of bad. I have no idea what they sound like, so. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. I was busy reading. My bad. I was busy reading controversial shit. We got Big Dick Sugar Daddy Hypnotic dropping more memberships in the chat. Holy shit. Hypno's gifted not only another 20 memberships, but another 10 on top of that. We have 50 gifted memberships. Shout out to Hypno. Dude is awesome. Check out his channel. You'll probably get offended. Thank you, dude. I highly, highly appreciate that. North America is running out of drummers and they didn't want him to leave. The Austin scene is struggling to find drummers in the first place. That's what all this was about. Oh shit. Not to be out-dicked, we've got Tommy dropping 20 memberships in the chat as well. Holy shit. The battle between Hypno and Tommy is on. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Very much appreciate that. Do I have any fun videos to play? I should. I don't think so. All mine are like offensive rather than like celebratory. Oh well. Well, here we go. Thanks. All right. It's raining memes. Hallelujah. It's raining memes. TR says stuff like this is what you wait till the dust settles, because why would you be detained for just sending care packages? Something sounds potentially really bad. Yeah, that's good to wait for information and details to come out. I love the joke that that was the plan to keep him here because America's running out of drummers. That's fantastic. We got more subjects. I didn't see. We got a couple of quick ones. Let's do this. Next subject. Someone from a band that I'd never heard of just died. Dropout Kings vocalist and founder Adam Ramey dies. Not to be mean, but I don't know who this band is. If anyone out there does, sorry. Let's see what happened. Phoenix, Arizona, new metal rap out. Well, probably not many people know who they are if they're in this chat then. New metal rap outfit, Dropout Kings, has announced the passing of vocalist and founder Adam Ramey. A statement from the band can be found below. Further details have yet to be revealed. Launched in 2016, Dropout Kings have released material under Napalm Records and a bunch of others, and we're supposed to do a tour this summer. Band says, life comes at you in ways you can never predict. The roller coaster of chasing your dreams and building with your brothers and friends is a joy few get to know in the most genuine sense, and one we were beyond blessed to experience and with one another as Dropout Kings. Even still, we cannot always expect things to go the way we dream, nor can we understand just how special each moment with our friends and family are until those moments and memories. With the heaviest hearts, we share that our brother, Adam Ramey, has passed away. His passion, energy, and love for music shaped Dropout Kings and touched countless lives. We're devastated to say the least, but Adam's spirit, charisma, and energy will not only forever inspire us, but will push us into the future to be the best that we can. We appreciate you all during this time and know he absolutely did as well for all the times we've shared. Thank you for everything. The rest of the band. You say that's sad. 5 days shy of 33, which is, yeah, that's terrible. Vaguely heard of them. Sorry to hear their singer passed away. See, we got Manuel says, he was active in the local scene out here in Arizona. I did not know him personally, but I knew his bands and I enjoyed them. RIP. Did not know this was nationally known, though. That's crazy. Or he was. Yep. that sucks. Yeah, RIP, dude. I don't have much else to say, unfortunately. This was interesting. Now, very quick. This new festival was announced in LA that is not metal, but really got my attention. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross announced Future Ruins Music Festival. This is a festival of film composers in LA. Where's that? Los Angeles Equestrian Center, November 8th. This is a festival with, it says who these people are, since people don't know. They're doing a full tour? Oh, no, that's for 9 Inch Nails. We've got, I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Danny Elfman, who I saw at Sick New World and was great. Claudio Goblin. I thought I said better on here who these people were. Anyway, Hildur Guðnadóttir, famous composer. She did the music for what was that movie called? Tar, and another one recently. Howard Shore, John Carpenter, Questlove, Trent Reznor. I might have to go to this. This sounds fucking awesome. Great festival name. Listen, it sounds great, but if I don't get Trent screaming over drone metal instruments for 3 hours, I'll pass. You never know. Maybe that'll happen. But yeah, I think that's cool if anyone's interested in that show. Let's do another quick information. Death metal legends Asphyx is billing their East Coast shows as their last time at the U.S. East Coast. Asphyx is a fucking phenomenal old school death metal band. I fucking love these guys. They killed it at Tolmnader last year. For reasons unclear at the moment, Dutch death metal band Asphyx have announced their upcoming East Coast shows will be their last East Coast ones. Does this mean Asphyx is just done coming to the United States? Is Asphyx planning on breaking up? The former I can at least live with despite it sucking. The latter would be a tragedy. Regardless, Asphyx has not issued a comprehensive statement outside the below post billing the shows as such. Yeah, I guess that is the only post. We got Maryland Death Fest and somewhere in New York called The Meadows. If you're able to see them, I recommend it. Fantastic neck-breaking band. Oh, yes, someone asked, did you see President's music video? I got big Sleep Token vibes from it. Yeah, there's this new mysterious band out there called Presidents. I listened to that song. I did not like it at all. Not my thing. Probably just the Sleep Token guys, but yeah. Night Fox with the important update, people. Bad news. The waffles he had are gone. They were good, though. How are we going to live with this? This is a tragedy that we can no longer stand. No more East Coast tours. That sounds oddly specific. Maybe it's just a bad market. I mean, they don't particularly come to the West Coast often either. So, I don't know, maybe perhaps they want to wrap things up and just go and do it in segments. Maybe they just fucking hate the East Coast. I don't know. Go see them if you can. Aren't Asphyx none of the original members? I have no idea. I had not heard that before. Either way, they're still great. Anyway. Let's play something nice for everybody. This happened the other week, and I should have covered it, but it was really, I wasn't here last week. But yeah, anyway, let's cheer everyone up. If everyone's feeling stressed out or depressed of some of the negative stuff we've been going over. Kittens. Trivium save abandoned kittens while on their poised ascendancy tour with Bullet for My Valentine. I know there's a bunch of drama going on about this tour that I watched Tank the Tech's video on. I'm not really into either band, so I haven't been paying much attention to it. But good fun news, huh? There's video that they uploaded that I'll have to mute because it has music. But everybody love kittens, especially like Rocket, star of the channel. I swear to God, as soon as my intro started and the guy walked out and said, "How do you do?" he went straight to bed. And I was like, come on. People want to see you. Anyway. Wyatt's Metal, the savior of metal, says save kittens. Oh, shit, wait. Wait. Fuck. It's not. Hang on. I'm almost there. I'm fucking up. Don't mind me. God, it would be good if I learned how technology worked. Kittens. I think it's just like, yeah, copyrights. I'm not playing the music, but lured her out with tuna and water. Metal as fuck. Saving cats. I don't remember where they were, but they're in this. They got stuck, or at least, yeah, they all got stuck in this giant fucking thing. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my God. Rocket was even smaller than that when I found him. Yeah. I get. They said that there was one stuck deep in that machine. Little bastards, just getting into everything. Rocket was stuck in a fucking van when I rescued him. I think. Who was that? One of the band's crew or somebody went in to actually grab it. The poor thing. Anyways, how's Rocket doing? He's doing good. I'm worried he's starting to get a little tubby, trying to work him out more. But he's great, lovable as always. Where is the little bastard anyway? He is sleeping in his little cat tower that I built for him. See, metalheads are good people, or they can be. So adorable. Look at him. So if anyone wants a cat, hit up Trivium. They might have some. See how well this works. He's in there. He's in the small one, the kennel that I added in the middle. He's been liking to sleep in there. This is a mixture of 3 different cat towers. 2 of them are free. And the cat was free too. So it worked out well. I guarantee you, the moment that I turn off this podcast, he's going to get up and want attention. I don't know why he hates everyone so much. Ellie says, I really want a cat again. Took care of one for a week last November before it passed. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, dude. Cats are great. How old is Rocket, by the way? He just turned 1 year old. I rescued him 3 days before Milwaukee Metal Fest last year. And he could not have been more than 2 or 3 weeks old. He was so small. So I don't know exactly, but it's officially been a year now. So little baby's grown up so much. Hating everybody, being cooler than all you posers. He really likes the new Kanye song. He won't stop singing it. That's not Cat Tower. That's a Cat Fortress. Exactly. I've still had times where I'm like, oh, I hope he doesn't get like bored. And I'm like, he has toys everywhere. I totally spoil him. He's like, Dad's talking to himself again, weirdo. I think that's what it is. I really do. Oh, cool. Gerbert says, with Milwaukee Metal Fest done, I've officially experienced my first full festival. Congratulations. How'd you like it? It looks sick. Saw the videos of Guar playing. I've always wanted to see Guar at a festival. I've seen them plenty of times, but never at a festival, and I've always thought that would be really funny. I guess there's a reason they played last. It'd be weird to have them open and everyone's drenched for days. Damn, Rocket, didn't know you were racist, but fair play. It's a song by a black artist. What are you talking about? He hates everybody. He's just... Jesus Christ. Where are we at? Yep. Save cats, everybody. Wyatt's Metal says save cats and don't date crazy Insta hoes who are half your age. I'm just catching up with any comments I missed. All cats are Nazis. Haven't you seen Fievel? I don't even know what that is. If it's a movie about cat Nazis, I'm 100% in. That sounds hilarious. Yeah, I got bled on and crowd surfed for the first time during Guara's set. Hell yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome. I saw Guar back when Odorous was in the band. I haven't seen him with the latest singer yet. Now. Yep. Let's do the Nik video, and then we'll probably wrap up here. Are you waking up? Do you want to come on camera now after we were talking shit about you? So, cats are... I love all animals, but I've always felt a little closer attachment to cats, but I love all animals. I'm just in too small of an apartment for... If I had a house with a yard, I would have a dog for sure. Rocket also liked the song about Kanye fucking his cousin. Like I said, he's a big Kanye West fan. That's a meaning that's completely changed in the last 10 years. The phrase, I really like that new Kanye song, means very different things in 2025 than it did in 2015. I couldn't believe... All right. When I watched the video for Kanye's new song, I legit couldn't believe it. I think I was just like, all right, that's a real thing that I'm watching. Jesus Christ. I miss old Kanye. I don't want any version of Kanye, past, present, or future. You can fuck off entirely. I've been saying from the beginning that Kanye was shit. And everyone's like, nah, he's a genius. You don't understand. No, he's a fucking retard. And it's really nice to be vindicated. Ever since South Park roasted him, Kanye's been going downhill. Instagram's loving the new Kanye. The memes are fantastic. I love all of the memes. I watched my girlfriend's face the whole time I showed her, and her eyes lit the fuck up once the chorus kicked in. Yep. Jesus Christ. You know what's funny? I would love to interview Kanye because of his whole Nazi grift that he's on, which is quite offensive and holy shit. At the same time, I don't think he literally knows anything about the actual history of Hitler or the Nazis or anything. So I would love to interview him and be like, what do you love about the Nazis? Their governmental structure, their society laws, what? And he'll just be like, I'm a cuck because I like when people fuck on my bitch. And I'm like, what? So yeah, it's insane for sure. But I find his whole Nazi shtick funny because I'm quite certain he doesn't know fucking anything about it. He just wants to be. He just hates Jews and wants to be offensive. Pretty sure Kanye was the one commenting on your documentary video. Yeah. I would not be surprised. He's also fucking spouted support for Diddy for a while, so yeah. Yeah. The Diddy shit, I've been following a bit, but everything that they talk about, I'm like, I know. We already know all this stuff. What do you mean? It's crazy. Yeah. And we're all aware of it. So Kanye was legitimately on the ballot for president of the US. Yes, he was. And he cried. Big Daddy Hypnotic says, be well, Wyatt's Metal. Gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Keep killing it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the memberships. Shout out to Hypno again. Go check out his channel. Where are we at? I don't think the Nazis were very fond of black people either. That'd be one part. It'd be really funny to just build a time machine just so Kanye could have a conversation with Hitler. Who do you think would seem more bizarre? That would be fun. Not to make it sad, but I'm more than sure his mom's death was the tipping point that began Crazy Kanye. I think you're right about that, actually. Wasn't that? Yeah, that was one of the big major events. How did we get talking about Kanye? We're supposed to be talking about Nik Nocturnal. Yeah. I think Kanye has genuinely been fucked with by people on the inside, and some of the things he says that have happened to him are true. At the same time, I think he's also batshit fucking insane. So it's like evil actors tried to make an insane person more insane. Is kind of the way I think it is. Kanye is the in real life Uncle Ruckus. He's nowhere near as funny. Everyone loved Uncle Ruckus. More like yeah, correct. Kanye's like the real life stink meaner. That is so much of a better example. What did you say? Oh man. What a time to be alive. Kanye and Diddy in the news for reasons that no one expected. I do love, I gotta say, I said it right away, then we'll get to the actual last topic. I find it quite interesting that everyone for weeks was freaking out and posting viral videos about Elon's hand. And for the Kanye video, there's like crickets. Nothing. And I've seen video of people in other countries playing that song and laughing and throwing up the quote Roman salute. So I just thought the selective outrage on that is interesting. Boondocks revival, that shit could not happen nowadays. Go back and watch that show. That and Chappelle Show. I'm like, how are these on normal TV? Holy fucking shit. Yeah, everyone, check out the new Kanye song, Heil Charlie Chaplin. It's pretty entertaining and batshit. Anyway, enough about crazy Kanye. I don't even know how we got here. Bro became Clayton Bigsby. I wanted to make that clip. I wanted to put like a Kanye at his album release and have the scene where he rips off the hood. Oh my god. I miss mid-2000 shows. That shit was wild. It was normal ass TV. You'd watch Chappelle's Show and the Boondocks, and then commercials for Girls Gone Wild would come on. I don't think that was even cable. That wasn't HBO or anything. Oh god. Anyway. Let's get to what will be the last topic for this episode. Did I close it? Oh shit, apparently I accidentally closed it. I thought it was here. Let me pull up the video. As many of you are probably aware already, huge metal YouTuber Nik Nocturnal one of the biggest metal YouTubers for quite a while, released a sudden surprise video this morning. Yeah, 6 hours ago. Announcing a fond farewell. As I said at the earlier this stream, far more graciously and respectable than Finn McKenty did. Now, I did watch this earlier, but I wanted to go over here with you guys, see what you guys think. I think Nik brings up many very good, very understandable points. And I would like to give him major credit in that throughout the whole video, I felt he was being very sincere and open and honest. And it wasn't like Finn McKenty's where he was like, nope, fuck all you guys. Just it was all bullshit. Never gave a fuck in the first place. That is not what Nik did. So shout out and respect to him. Let's go through his video and I'll add some comments. Well, before we start, like I said before, interesting time in the metal YouTube space. Finn McKenty fucked off. Nik Nocturnal is taking a well-deserved break. Tank the Tech is still here, but busy. So turn into Wyatt's Metal for all of your favorite metal shit talking and funny videos.
I've been doing content for over 11 years now. And the reason I started making content all the way back then was because I wanted to share music with people. I wanted to share metal, talk about it. I didn't have that really growing up. I didn't have people to talk about metal or breakdowns or 5/7/8 or guitar with that I could relate to. I was always
I don't even know what that means.
kind of the weird one out that just, you know, I didn't felt like I really belonged in anywhere. And that led me to what a lot of you guys might know, of course, as the OG, you know, fast cover Nik guitar guy with CP24 on the TV that had the stocks going. People thought I was a stockbroker, but I'm not and never have been. And whether you know that era of Nik or years later down the line, the fun metal meme skit guitar era or the reaction, weird, funny, fun metal things guy era or the how-to in 30 seconds era or the educational guitar era, like, the channel over 11 years has been through such an insane journey, and it has been the most incredible thing.
Sorry.
I have been
I'm not laughing at Nik. I'm laughing at this comment. I enjoyed Nik's content. I didn't watch all of it. To be fair, out of every YouTuber I watch, I don't think I watch all of anyone's content. That's one thing I find really bizarre when I get comments from people on something being like, please stop take this out of your videos, or why are you doing your video on this? I'm like, if there's a YouTuber I watch that I love and they do a video I'm not interested in, I just don't watch that video. And then when they release videos I do like, I watch those. Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. Anyway, in terms of music taste, I differed from Nik quite a lot. He was a lot more metalcore, deathcore, that side of things. I'm more death metal, old school, grimy stuff. But I enjoyed several of his videos. I thought he was a cool dude.
Been a part of in my entire life. And it's something I will always be thankful for. It's something I'll always be blessed to have done this for literally my entire adult life since I was 17 years old. I'm going to be 29 soon. And that's crazy for me to think in just say it out loud. There's been so many ups, but with the ups, there's been a lot of downs. And my personal life is not something I necessarily share with you guys. I mean, my whole adult life has been basically broadcasted on the internet. So the little bit of space, personal stuff, family things I have, I don't really share with you guys. And I don't think it's the space, because I always want to keep that space something positive and fun and exciting. But over those years, you know, there's been times where there's been a lot of scary moments in my life where I've lost family members, or losing half of my family, or losing friends, or people, or not taking care of myself and completely neglecting just normal daily health existing things, because I've just been so obsessed with YouTube and music and wanting to give everything I can to just build this crazy community and see how far we can go.
That part he said right there, I 100% relate to and feel. And clearly I'm nowhere near the size that Nick was or anything, but being a YouTuber is so much fun. It's great. I am so grateful that I get to do it and have fun with you guys and everything. It does take a lot of work, especially a lot of work that is sitting at a desk looking at a computer, which is something that is quite difficult. Humans are not meant for. I know for me, like I said earlier, my videos can often take longer than I think they will to work on. So I'll spend days where I barely get up from my seat because I'm either writing or editing or posting stuff. And a lot of that is, my own fault and just need to be better with consistency and staying active and stuff. But it's an easy thing to fall into. It's like any desk job. People's bodies tend to wear out when they get stuck in that position that they're in all the time. And Nick says later in this video that he needs to go outside more. But I feel that 100% because you want to build your channel, build your audience, have fun, make great content. And the work that takes is a lot of work that doesn't take a lot of exercise or movement, and that can fatigue you a lot.
But a lot of people don't realize over those times of me, going through things in my life is when I actually was uploading the most, whether it was like the How to Metal series or like the crazy cover binge. Like, I have a very unhealthy relationship with content where I will go through shit, and instead of necessarily dealing with it in that moment, 2 hours later, I'm like, all right, someone just, that's close to me passed away. Like, I guess let's go do the stream or get the YouTube video finished, which.
Yeah, that's brutal. I recommend not doing that for anyone. Not to criticize Nick, because that's just difficult. I would not do that. But that's crazy. I just feel bad for that, Yeah, anyone doing anything too much, you need to take a break for your own mental health for serious shit like that. But I get it, like that comment and many of these comments here, I don't mean to bash Nick in any way. I can relate to some of the things he's saying, even though I'm nowhere near at the size that he is.
Again, like, I have the most blessed job in the world, and I'll never take that for granted. But I've never taken that proper time to just absorb things like that, like a normal, I think, human basically would. I would reach so many points throughout these years of total burnout, where most people have talked about burnout. They stop, they take a break, they deal with it. I would just burn. In those moments, I would just say, look.
That's something I think many people naturally fall into, that is so horrible for your own body and mind. And again, easy to have happen. I have days where I realize I barely got up from my chair because I was working on content. I have weeks where I realized I barely went outside because I was working on content. Yeah, so I can understand Nick, especially with everything he's got going on. Far busier than I've been on this channel.
Shit's tough, but like, you have the most blessed thing in the world. Like, you can do this. You have a channel, you have a community that cares, you have music. Like, just, who cares? Just go, just do what you have to do. And I did that, and I would always do that. And a lot of those things over time, just time heals, and I've made peace with them. But I've never actually taken the time to not just burn. I was not okay in many of those.
I have definitely wondered the same thing, axe to mouth, whether he was burnt out or tired or high in some of his videos. You can't hide the eyes.
Those moments, and I should have taken a second and stopped. But as I got older, I think what I realized the most is it's okay to take time. And I never did that. And that's where I think when it comes to the now, there has been so much happening, whether it's been, you know, all the projects that have developed over the years, the amazing things we've had, and, you know, like the awards show, the battle of the bands thing, the music, working with all these artists, having you know, the shorts of How to 30 Seconds into the full thing, the streams, the album parties, the million projects I have, where I've spread myself so thin that I know the foundation is not solid enough to withhold another time of going through that crazy burnout. And I need to take a second and just figure out my life.
Especially with, as he said, all the projects he has going on. These are all things that you don't just put like a little bit of work into on the side. You have to continually work on, prop up, add more effort into, which all take time, which can all be great. But like I said, it all can add up and really tear you down.
Need to step back.
It's a struggle that everyone deals with. I deal with. It's just time management, finding balance between work schedule, life schedule, and what you really need. Yeah, no, I feel for him. It sucks. I totally understand what he's saying.
My entire adult life, I've been on the internet. You know, you're sitting there, what's happening in the scene, what band's doing this, what's releasing this. I've never just taken a second to just disconnect. And I need to step back and just disconnect for a...
Another thing, this comment, bro basically did exactly what you should do in your 20s, grind, just extremely so. That's another great point that Nick says in this video. He started content when he was, what, 17? And now he's 29, about to be 30. That is a significant life change. During that time, your priorities are going to change. Your interests are going to change. So I'm sure at 21, spending all day reacting to metal videos was awesome and a great way to spend your life, especially if you're getting paid. When you're close to 30, you might want some different things. It might start to lose his interest, especially reaction videos. A lot of people have been talking about how they were getting burnt out on the reaction scene. I always thought it was stupid. It's not my thing. But yeah, I understand that completely. Of you started the channel when you're basically a kid, just talking about fun stuff. You're getting to the point where you might want to start thinking about more things outside of just content creation. If you're spending so much time doing it, I completely understand. Poor guy needs a real rest to get back into the positive headspace and be the best he can be. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully he does just take a break to like collect himself. The fuck? Some cat is screaming outside and it's not Rocket. We're adapting another cat. No, yeah, anyway, I do hope genuinely that he's able to take a break and kind of readjust his headspace and then maybe come back on his own terms, you know, maybe not do content full time, but just if he wants to do something here and there, that's a way better way to go about it than feeling like you have to do a certain amount of videos or whatever.
A while. I need to remember to go out.
You can only listen to Sleep Token so many fucking times where you feel like I'm going to retire.
Side. Like I need to deal with health shit. I need to just make sure that I'm in check. Because if not, then I know it's going to further, you know, hurt any creativity and then in the end hurt content and then hurt the community that I care the most about, that we've built over so many years. So I need to take a step back and just disconnect from everything, from content. You know, there's so many things that we've had going that, you know, will hopefully eventually continue. You know, we have things like Core Kid that like that's kind of its own business that doesn't really require to be nonstop on the internet. Like that will continue and it's its own thing. But anything with content or me or, you know, streaming and whatever it might be, posting, like I need to step back and disconnect, man. I need to take the time and just.
Nick saw that as he lay dying and announced the tour, and he was like, I can't do this shit anymore. I gotta go outside. No, on that point, I completely agree with that. I've started trying to work out more regularly, and if you can't tell from my workout equipment behind me, and I mostly focus on legs because I spend so much fucking time sitting in the chair looking at the computer. YouTubers, everyone has to remember to go outside. I completely sympathize with Nick there.
I need to figure out my shit. And I want to give again a thank you to all of you that have been here since, whether you're here from the start, whether you are here since yesterday, for showing the support, for caring about this thing we do here, you know, fun metal things, for being able to come together as a community, to be a place to share shit with, to have people to relate to. Like, I don't think you guys will ever understand how much that means to me, you know, and to all the musicians that have come on the show and also shared that with us and have worked with us, and the people that have helped along the way. It means the world. We've accomplished such crazy things that, again, if I told this to 17-year-old Nick, hey, there's one day this is all going to happen. There's going to be a crazy award show. You're going to work with these people. We're going to have this beautiful community of people that just love metal music. He would have said, you're insane. He wouldn't have believed it for a second. And that's something that just makes me happy to know. So
Nick is being real honest and open here, and I appreciate that. I think that you can tell that pretty obviously coming from his expression.
Thank you guys all for that. Now, with that, I didn't want to leave without giving you guys a little bit of a parting gift. So, as this video is out and you've been watching, I have just released a special EP, which is a 2000s metalcore throwback EP with some modern touches. It's basically a reference to the era of all the music I grew up listening to that I love close to my heart even to this day, with a lot of the incredible musicians that I grew up listening to and these bands I loved. So the EP features All That Remains, Darkest Hour, Caliban, Buried Immoral, The Ghost Inside, and it's a banger. It's something I'm very proud of, and much love to everyone who was involved. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a snippet of one of the songs here, but if you can, it's out now. Go stream it on Spotify. Go watch the album stream on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading that too, and just enjoy and share it around if you like. Yeah, that's my parting gift to you guys. And if you take anything away from this, it's that I hope you guys continue to just share music and enjoy that beautiful thing, because not everyone in the world gets to do that, you know. And I hope to see the community continue to grow that we have in Discord or whatnot, and just the community as a whole continue to grow. And I hope you guys never forget, because I know I won't, that we did fun metal things here. I hope you guys enjoy the EP. It's called The Lost Chapters. It's out now. Yeah. Bye, guys.
Damn. I'm not going to play the song, but shout out to Nick. 100%. I wish nothing but the best for him. I think it's completely understandable why he's stepping away for a minute to get life together. 11 years constantly full-time content creation is difficult. Someone in the chat said, oh my God, 30 is young. All of you stop it. I wasn't saying that 30 is like old as fuck, but you reach a different level in life going from your 20s to your 30s where things matter now that didn't before. You know, priorities change. So that's all I'm saying there. And it sounded like he just pushed himself too hard in terms of like dealing with real serious mental shit, which most people, your first instance of something bad happens is to want to push it away and ignore it and just kind of move on. And if you do that, you're just building a timbering box that'll explode at one point or another. I've been through fun mental stuff. Fun mental stuff. That's what I meant to fucking say. God damn it. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah. Shout out to Nick. I hope the best for him. I think it'd be a good lesson for everybody to try not to get burnt out that mental health and your own being is important, and you need to take time to just feel how you are, see where you are in life and what you could needs to be improved on or not. It's something we all do. Anyway, I'm not doubting the 11 years on YouTube being like 1 million years anywhere else. You know, I bet that while on the one hand, that's a long time for him, I bet on the other that it seems like it went by really quickly. Because that's what happens for me. I swear to God, I was just working on my 70K video last week, and now it's June. Or about to be June. So I understand that. How old are you, Wyatt? I am 33. I will be 34 in December. Some might say I'm thousands of years old, but that's up to your own interpretation. Man, hearing that I brought fun metal things here, that shit hit me. That was an Oscar-worthy moment, let's say. Not that he was faking it, but that it was powerful. Now we should go back and watch Finn McKenty's video and compare that. Yeah. I think there's a lot to take away from that for everybody, not just for content creators. Be kind to yourself. Pay attention to your mental health and what needs to be figured out. Do I have anything else fun to say? Yeah. That was pretty much everything I had to cover on this episode. This was a fun episode. We had a lot to talk about, a lot of crazy drama. Yeah, I'll have to clip some of these into some videos. Working on a couple of things. I'm going to do a quick positive metal news of the week video, like I said before. My next actual big video is going to be on metal concerts beginner's guide. Like we did the mosh pit, like we did festivals. This is going to be for concerts. I will guide you by your young noob hand into your first show and show you what it's like with all of my sarcasm and shit talking involved. Besides that, yeah, someone mentioned the Who's going on tour. They fired their drummer twice in a month. Check out Dark Insanity on all of your music listening stuffs. We are playing with Carnivore at the Whiskey A Go-Go in October. Hit me up for tickets. Rocket is asleep in there still. You can almost see his chin. And that's it. Let's see. We got fucking messed up my camera. Shit. We're at the end of the show anyway. All right. Good night, everybody. Go get that Kanye West song stuck in your head again. But what can we do with an outro? Same one, different one, same one. Same one. Take it away, Norm.
Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die.